shit. Once again, never used to that. Victor Allen's New to Sports. Victor Allen's own unique fan-based view of sports, written, directed by Victor Allen. It's a recurring segment of the Morning Coffee with Mario show. Wouldn't imagine the show without it. And here's the man that the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Rub his head and make a wish. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Vic. Yeah! Sports, people.
All day, man.
Gird your loins.
All day.
Gird them.
All day, man.
I know, that's a long-ass clap. That's the way, I guess.
Yeah, that is a hell of a long clap, man. Wait a minute, some people have commented in here and say, why is the clap so long? That already tells you they're sprinkling on you.
I say, where's your visual aids, mother?
Hey, man, they just recognize
See, why you trying to criticize my visual aids?
If you cut it down,
ain't that a bitch? Now I gotta get
5 seconds, it'll seem real.
Hear shit about my visual
and then
aids.
go up and down on the volume, so that way it looks like it's intermittent.
Ain't that something?
But if they do a wave file, dude, they're gonna say it's the exact same wave file for 5 years.
Well, how?
That's it, man. All right, here we go. Hey, man, first I'm going to give a shout out before we go over to the NBA playoffs, because I just realized nobody feels sorry for LA. So I'm going to give my moment of LA.
No, they don't.
Ode to LA, because I realized every major professional team, dude, has won a championship except one team. The hockey, both LA Kings, Anaheim Ducks, Dodgers, Angels, Lakers, Clippers, man. How long will it take before the Clippers come? How long will it take to get them to the promised land?
You're unfairly counting Clippers as an LA team.
It's an LA team.
I'm just saying, how long do you have to be here to be an LA team? I'm just saying. Has the soccer team won?
No.
See? Bias in sports, ladies and gentlemen.
Joke, they have.
Joke,
they have.
Oh, they have?
Yes, they have. See, I tried to tell you. I told you.
Crenshaw.
Yeah, see, all day, man. All right, we're going to go over here to, I call it Draymond's pain. Now, most of the time, dude, I'm just saying this. Draymond's pain. It seems like they're talking to him about what he did yesterday.
That's a good freeze frame.
He leveled that kick. So everybody's going to talk about, hey, you know what, should he get suspended or not? And I'm sitting up here saying, the brother sit back and said, I'm not going to mess with anybody, they have children. So they go right.
Wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They're talking so much about what's going to happen to him. Shouldn't Steven Adams get some time about his future family? The considerations about sports is secondary to life. Why are we talking about Draymond when we should be talking to Steven, man? That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think it's a risk that's included with the game.
How much of a risk, man?
It's a regular risk, from what I'm understanding. That it's a regular risk in the game of these types of injuries. Even though I like, for once, it's not for once, but every now and then Charles Barkley says something.
You look forward to it, don't you?
I like Charles. My mother loves Charles.
That's
Charles,
right.
So my mother loves you. Okay, I like you, but you do say some stupid shit sometimes. We all love you in spite of that. So that he knows it. So okay, me too. Okay, so Charles said something that's very. He said, first of all, you can get a flagrant one.
Yes.
Even if it's an accident.
Yes.
If you accidentally hit somebody in the head.
Right.
So he said, so fouls occur that are accidents.
Yes.
And you still get the foul.
Right.
Now, but intention to me is important when it comes to suspension.
Right.
And to me, the suspension I don't agree with, because I think you have to, at that point, infer intent. And I don't think you have a good enough example here, Vic.
True.
That's the question. The other one.
But that picture's not a good example?
No, because that's probably accident. He was having a flashback to some karate movie. It was Bruce Lee. And right now he's going, ay,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. All I'm saying. You do know why you getting your groove on over there, man.
Because that's what it looks like.
You do know that they actually have a rule. I'm sorry, not a law. The rule is that it has that flagrant has nothing to do with getting a flagrant one as it relates to intent.
Right.
It's the responsibility that they say, hey, look, even if you didn't intend to.
Totally.
Wonder if you hit somebody
with your car.
Knock the teeth out of their mouth,
Totally.
break their jaw and all this. And they say, well, it wasn't intentional.
Oh, yeah, foul.
So
Foul.
what would you rather have? Here's the question. If you had to suffer one of the deepest kick pains in your groin midsection versus losing a tooth, which one would you tolerate, Mario?
Losing a tooth, how?
Hey.
You mean just wake up and it's gone?
No. You
I
just
ain't gonna be lost.
you get elbow
Wake up
and it's done.
Losing a tooth, probably.
It's done.
It's a different kind of pain.
And
I haven't had. See, most of us as men, I have to think back a long time since I had a really, really striking injury to the groin. Thank God.
I don't.
I haven't had one any recent time.
I haven't, man.
I had to really go back to 20s or something.
It's dilapidating, man. You're just down. You're gone.
So, but I'm with you. I say no suspension.
You say none.
I say no suspension. Yeah, I say just what it is, a flagrant one.
Yeah. No, look, I agree with you. I'm not saying I don't want to see him suspended, but I do know this. They're spending too much time talking to the wrong person. That's all I'm saying.
Well, why?
Okay.
I don't agree.
Who
The
gets
victim.
airtime?
You don't let the. Well, you gonna go to the victim that's biasing.
Yes. Yeah.
That's biasing.
Well, let me give you an example.
That's why they don't do that.
We have a thing on with Miko. We call it role play. Here's an example of role play.
Sounds personal to me.
Here's an example of role play without going to the full extent. You talking smack and he says, "I got your ass, man. I got you." Then all of a sudden, whoo, and all of a sudden you hear.
So you trying to so we're to understand that in role play that your friends are kicking you in the nuts. Right. I'm trying to understand what you're saying. You're saying
I'm just saying
when you do role play, everybody pay attention. Vic, what Vic just said. So when he does role play, he gets kicked in the nuts. Right. That's why he has frequent nut injuries.
Wait a minute.
I, however, don't get kicked in my nuts.
I'm just saying.
So often.
I'm saying when somebody
been a long time.
When somebody come and talk to you, when they're coming to talk to you, guess what they're saying?
What?
They're are you okay? And what are you saying? Waving them off, right? You're waving them off.
Doing what injury now? The tooth or the groin?
The groin.
I have to defer because I have no recent memories of trauma to my nuts.
Losing. See, you look
for a long time.
Oh, look what Brick says. Brick says what? Easy.
Yeah, I agree. I would lose the tooth. We just because the idea is too painful.
That's right. You don't even want to think about it, right? See, that's
the idea. The idea is just too painful.
It's too painful. So
that's a big old NBA foot.
Right.
Like it looks like, even if you look at this picture,
right.
Not only did it hit him in the nuts, but probably the toe went up his ass.
Well, see,
that's why he probably got that look on his face. He's trying to decide if he like it or not.
Look, you know what? And most people are going to sit there and think that's photoshopped. I said, no, if you go back and look at it, he actually is holding up and looking just like that.
It's a
until
delay.
It delivers, and because he's standing straight up.
Right, it hasn't hit him yet that he's got kicked in the nuts.
That's right, by size 14 or 16.
That's because the foot is up his ass. And he's having a flashback to Esmeralda.
All right, so let me go. But now that we got what I think is a disservice to Steven Adams, because they're not talking.
I didn't mean that, Steve.
They're not talking to Steve, man, and to me that's a disservice. So let me just go over here. This is what I really want to talk about, Mario. It's the idea that, for the most part, well, I'm gonna get to this in a second. I'll get to Kyle Lowry in a minute. I want to get to the part that has OKC stepped up their game. Because in the regular season, they were up and down. They were up and down, constantly up and down. Have they reached that part where they said Golden State we don't fear them, even if we get blown out by them by 20-something points in the game. We don't fear them. We're bringing the wrath, and now we're going to sustain it. Do you think they're going to sustain this?
I don't know, because it would be a first, but I am acknowledging, I think along with you, that they already kind of have done it so far.
Right.
In other words, they did this to beat San Antonio.
Right.
What we're seeing now is why they were able to beat San Antonio.
True.
And so the biggest issue is consistency.
Right.
So it's yet to be seen, but certainly it's formidable. I think it's amazing, Vic, because it says a couple things. Because when you step back, it actually says a bunch of things. Look how different the landscape looks right now with how strong OKC looks versus how many of us, including me, talked about them. And Cleveland also.
Right.
And look at what they've done to step up aspects of their game.
Yeah.
And actually, Golden State did the same thing with coming physical, coming hard.
Right.
So everybody stepped up their game.
Right.
But what we're shocked at mostly is how much OKC and Cleveland too.
Right.
Cleveland has been a shock.
True.
They've looked different. You have to look at them right now totally differently. And in both cases, I think for some of the same reasons. LeBron has stepped up and became crazy.
Right.
Westbrook and Durant consistent 12 for 12.
Right. Right.
12 for 12 on the free throw line, Vic.
Yeah, and
12 for 12.
And I say the difference maker, the difference maker to me is the player that has stepped up the way Draymond Green has, Steven Adams. And I had said that about a month ago. A few weeks
Totally.
ago. I said if Steven Adams comes in and plays that dirty
He's getting
role,
double. They had 6 double-doubles.
They have to change what they do in the inside, which makes them bigger. And it eliminates Bogut's impact, because his impact last year coming off of minimal minutes was pretty good, man. He would come in for about 15, 20 minutes, and then they'd have to adjust because they had small than the big right there. Right now, you bring in Bogut, he can't even keep up with the energy of Steven Adams. So now they've kind of neutralized Bogut to a certain degree. OKC's third and fourth players are stepping up, which to me was Steven Adams and Serge Ibaka. You get those 4 in the game with the way they play, it equalizes a Golden State
I would
Warriors
say,
team.
why can't the Lakers get? See, Lakers can't seem to get Steven Adams. All these other centers I see around, I say, Vic, how come we can't get one of these guys that's like in there working? And I got a few. All I've done now is go to the playoffs.
Right.
And every team I said, how come we can't get that guy?
Well,
that's all I do. I go to Vic. How come we can't get Millsap? How come we can't get this? How can we can't get none of this?
No, and you can't use Kobe anymore, right?
I'm
Can't
just going
use
to
it
come
anymore.
to Vic with my questions of why can't we get, why can't we get Steven Adams or even the homeboy on the bench that I like, Springer, whatever.
Off of
OKC.
OKC.
See, they have other people on the bench.
They have other.
They're working. They're those kind I like. I call them my blue collar players.
Yeah. They have other players. I thought when you had a center and he needed to have an impact, and now he's kind of going way back. The Kurt Rambis of the Lakers back in the day, he did all the dirty work. This guy's doing all the dirty work, and he's scoring a little bit, so they can't lay off of his energy.
Oh,
so
no, I love it.
He is bigger than Draymond.
Mobile
but
inside.
He's not a triple double. Don't even see that.
But Vic, he's got double. I mean,
yes, he has
double 6. He has like 6.
That's right. So how do you? The confidence factor.
Come to the Lakers,
please. They're not. That's not happening.
It's
not happening. It's not happening.
Why can't we get somebody like
it's not going to work, man. That's okay. Dang. All right, let me go on over to what I call Kyle Lowry. Let me just go over to him, man. They were jumping all over this dude, man. Talking about he takes those meditation breaks, those breaks where you go, hey, I gotta reinitialize, and he comes out, and and the question is going to be. It's not Kyle Lowry. It's the guy who needed to play big, which was Biyombo, the center, 26 rebounds. And I said, thank goodness. What happened?
That's what got him over the hump.
Oh, man, you got one cat gets 26 rebounds versus what he has done in the previous 2 games.
Right. Well, and by the way, can I say one?
Yes.
Why can't the Lakers get
Here we go again. Here we go.
I say thing, I'm going like, he's not even a starter. You mean we can't go get him?
No.
Come on, we can't afford Biyombo.
Can't get it. You know why you're not going to get
bullshit, Vic.
You can't get okay.
Whatever. Next,
you think you can put? You think
can't get nobody?
He can't do this.
I'm saying Lakers can't get nobody.
Remember? Would you say this? I'll give you this example. You got Biyombo, right? Remember, we had Pau Gasol, and he couldn't handle being the focus. You think you can put that much focus on him?
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
can't
You
do
and
it.
I differ on Paul Gasol. He went to another team and immediately
But he was
like
a double-double.
all-star. Immediately, and I told you the same thing as how the Lakers used him.
Right.
I'm sorry. I differ with you on Paul Gasol specifically.
Oh, no,
You always to me
I
gave
said
him a hard
he
time.
can't be the center of focus.
Yeah, my
He
thing was
can't.
exactly
No,
coach differently.
No.
I agree. They should coach differently. They should. I hold it to the coach to how they use.
Right.
And I don't care about Lowry's meditation. I care about his inconsistency.
Wait a minute. You don't
I
care
can give
about
a shit.
Wait a minute.
Sink every shot, and you can
Did
go
he?
Zen and Guru and incense on the sideline.
So what did he?
I don't care.
You know what the lesson is, Mario? This is their first step to the conference finals. There was a wake-up call of lack of experience because they haven't been there before.
But dude,
that's what was shining to me.
But here's the thing that shocked me because I missed it. Lowry, this is like his sixth season.
He's been in the league for a while, man.
I didn't even know because see, my thing is
he's good.
Once I realized then I said, oh no, you have to perform better now.
He's a baller, man.
But he has to perform better,
right?
Because he's known right now. He looks like one of the big chokes. But
up until this last game,
he's doing better now. But you're gonna you're not gonna leave if he has excellent stuff.
Right.
You're gonna leave with mixed feelings, right?
Well, yeah.
If he has even excellent, you still have some mixed feelings about what happened.
And here's the other part too. It's no matter what you do, when it's your first visit to the conference finals. And the team that you're playing, you finish in the regular season one game behind. That's how hard work they put down the regular season. But everybody knows, if you haven't been to the playoffs, then your inexperience is going to show. And it showed in those first two games.
Yeah.
Because both you and I were going, they can try harder. So all of a sudden they get to Toronto and they try harder. To me, that is akin to lack of experience because they're basically saying, well, we're at home.
Lack of something, if you want to call it experience, I don't know. At 6 years in, I call gut check. So I don't know. Okay. See, I'm sorry. I'm a little harder on you now. Okay. You're not a rookie.
All right.
So you have to come with something. Or, you don't, Vic, but that's why second and third place exists.
Right, I agree.
Just accept your place. Third, down the line.
Right.
Almost, but not quite good enough because you can't come with it in the games that count.
And I agree with you. Now, I'm going to give 3 words as it relates to before the first 2 games. You can stay with Kyle Lowry and the Cavaliers and the Raptors here. 3 words. Should they get respect, be respected, or are they just being respectable? Watch this. You go, no respect, man? Respectable? Or just be respected because we play like this? Which one is it, man? I know you're thinking. See, if I gave you a question about Pornhub, you wouldn't think this long.
No, I probably smiled more, have a more fond look on my face.
All right.
I respect them. Okay. I'm giving them credit for what they've done.
All right.
I like aspects of their game. Across the board, they are way too inconsistent.
I feel you.
Except, no, I'll still stick with that. Even though they seem to have a better consistency of defense than they do of offense.
Got you.
Which is kind of interesting because that's a hustle thing.
Yes, it is. Yes,
so they definitely hustle then.
Right.
Right.
I agree.
But they're not. But something's.
Not
so
there.
I'm right. So I'm like that. But I got to give them that respect.
Okay.
Because of their hustle.
Right.
On defense.
Got it. All right. Respect.
All
right. See that's all you look for. I mean, I'll take that.
Yeah, they hustle on defense. They're not. Whenever you hustle on defense.
Right.
Kind of like that's an area I give you heart.
Right.
Because that's desire and commitment to me.
True.
So I give you that. So you should always be good on defense if you always bring heart.
True.
To me. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
If you play with a certain level of heart and self-respect.
You got it.
Yeah, even as much as I like, say, James Harden, right? To me, you never get a certain thing.
Right.
Unless you hustle on defense, right? You never get to be amongst the great ones. To me,
they earn the respect, right?
Like I said, and I apply that right to James Harden, right? To Michael Jordan, why he should ever be mentioned in the same sentence, right?
Right.
Because Michael Jordan had too much heart to play that kind of defense, right?
All right. So that means you'll watch Game 4, right?
I
you
watched
gonna watch
Game 4 because
right?
I'm still. Can the Lakers get somebody for one of these teams?
Everybody's going like this. You sound like that cat.
Can they get Roberson?
He sounds like.
How about Roberson?
Stephen A. Smith can't let New York go.
Damn. I can't understand why Lakers can't get nobody of these players.
New York
except
go.
Lowry.
Hey man, they got a team.
They don't need the guards.
Toronto
they just need some of the other stuff.
Toronto's representing Canada. Got to give them much respect. All right, I want to go over to the place where I want to be able to go. Rich gives me the E card. I get a pass. So this next one is called, "Can I get your Rich card, Phil Mickelson?" Now, I don't know if that's how you look when you are rich. I just know that I want his E card.
What's he grabbing?
He's just happy, man. I don't know.
He's tucking.
Right.
He's tucking his shit.
So let me just say this. So for those who may not know right offhand.
You chose this picture.
Rich gets a pass with the SEC, pays $931,000 plus $105,000 interest or tax interest. Insider trading relief defended. That's what they call him. Insider trading.
Oh yeah,
relief
he did some
defended.
Dirt. But they do dirt every day.
Right.
It's a dirty system.
So
it operates on the honor system,
right.
Dick.
Yeah, I understand that. So,
wow.
Here's the thing. His earnings last year was about $50 million. So this is the thing. So I'm going to read you just a quick snip, and I'm just trying to say, am I in the wrong line of work? According to the federal lawsuit in which Mickelson was named, he bought $2.4 million worth of stock in Dean Foods in late July 2012. After talking with Billy Walters, a renowned sports gambler, friend, and guy he just happened to owe money to in gambling debts. So
better than prostitution and drugs.
So wait.
Gambling debts. So just rate these.
Now I want you to understand something, Mario. The question:
stealing cable, gambling debt.
The question.
The same.
The question is not as much. Oh yeah, he's rich. The question is, I'm trying to get this around my head. Soon as the SEC says, "Oh boy, we're about to come at you," it could be it's an illegal act where you thought you were being legal or you knew what you were doing. Pay the money up and pay the fine. How does this cat who has that much money owe somebody some money? And how much money did he owe? Or was he trying to avoid paying somebody because he's Phil Mickelson?
I have no idea. And I understand that other folks, including the aforementioned Michael Jordan,
we
had some other gambling debts.
But this is different.
They said Michael Jordan, and he bet even on golf.
Look, all those things, I'm with you on that, Mario.
I don't know. I get your point.
There's a history.
How can he owe anything because he can pay?
This is
how can he owe?
How do you owe when you are rolling like this?
I don't know how you owe when you make that much money.
Right.
You shouldn't owe shit. I get it. You said he should have like receipts of debt paid.
Thank you.
I get it.
Dude, let me ask you this.
What's his massage bill?
Let me say this. Is this the role where you go, I am MJ? Charles Barkley is even far, way out there. His is, but these are personal gambling situations. This is a insider trader, where they basically ruled he wasn't supposed to get what he was
and I don't know which one is worse. That's
right.
Their little bull. First of all, it's bullshit that it runs on the honor system.
Right.
So rich folks who own shit are not supposed to get together and talk about it.
Right.
Are you kidding?
That's what they always do.
Are you kidding? And plus, they must be thinking, screw you.
All I'm getting to, I'm not worried about that part because that's how the rich play. I'm just trying to figure out when Michael did, when Charles did. I said, you guys are multi-millionaires. How do you owe money? And then when the amount comes out, I go,
because they slinging it like that.
Or is this? They flip their collar up, man, and go like this. I'm Phil. I'll pay you when I get ready. Is that what's happening?
Partly.
Okay.
It's no different, I think, than even people who are successful on a lower level, how cavalier they can become with debt.
Right.
That's the way. It's no different than the way you Americans run up all that credit card debt.
Right.
Or spend all that money on Pornhub.
Okay.
But you don't have anyway.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, so in that same way, and don't you at some point say, yeah, I'm going to spend this.
Right.
I ain't going to worry about paying you. Isn't that the basic of credit debt?
I'm saying.
Okay.
All right. I just said, I just want his e-card. That's all. And
how much do you spend on condoms would be my question.
That is not my story. I'm going to the next.
So this
one, I'm doing some notes on this. This is not Q&A. Want to give a shout out to a Harlem. I don't have the picture on it. This is a story. Harlem ex-drug dealer named David Norman, 67, graduates from Columbia University with a degree in philosophy. Mario.
He gonna have to sell drugs to pay off his college debt. He gonna have to go back to selling drugs. Now that's what's fucked up. He's 67.
He's 67.
So he can't even get no benefits.
But Mario,
he got a degree in philosophy he can't do shit with.
But Mario,
so now he's got to go back and sell drugs to pay off his debt from Columbia. I hope he had a scholarship because he probably owes like $200,000 in college debt.
Is he smarter than that? He goes,
I thought drug dealers were smarter than this.
No, wait a minute. I'm giving him credit.
For what? Getting a degree in philosophy at 67?
Watch this. He says, 67. I'm a black man. My average age, I've already lived past. I probably only got about 10 years. I'll go ahead and have these sons of bees go ahead and pay for my education because I'm not going to pay it off in the first place. So let me go to school and get it over with.
So he has got bad credit and a degree in philosophy.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
The only people who make it on a degree in philosophy are rich white women.
Oh, that's wrong. You know what? I do not endorse that statement.
No, pretty women.
I'm not endorsing that.
There's some pretty black women I know with degrees and less. You know that I think about. I'm sorry, I take that back. Yeah. I know pretty girls with degrees and bullshit and no degree doing way better.
Right.
Because it wasn't about, it was just being in the environment anyway.
But I don't have, notice his tone is different.
I'm just saying, 67, he's a drug dealer. He owed $200,000 in debt.
And he will probably not worry about paying for
drugs. You have to go back and sell drugs.
You know, you have 12-year-olds listening to your statement. I'm just letting you know, dude.
I'm just saying.
They're listening to you right now.
I'm just saying. What the hell you gonna get a degree in philosophy at 67?
I'm just saying, dude. Watch.
Ain't that a bit?
Sometimes the smart move is to go like this. Charge it up because you'll never pay it back. You know that's a credit rule, right? Isn't that? I'm going out in the sunset. I ain't got to worry about that $200,000, right? Done. Or he's going, I'm smarter now. I'm going back to Harlem and do it the legal way.
Okay, your chat room, Max said he's an English major who went to Paris. Yeah, you were a lot younger. When you're young, you don't have to eat. You can sleep in the closet. When you get old, your ass need a mattress. It's a better food. See, young people can do shit. Mac talking about he did an English major.
Yep.
Even when I was in college, I was thinking, how y'all gonna get paid with some of these degrees?
I have no idea.
I was just wondering, some of the degrees, like, I don't know.
Sometimes it's a journey, man.
Sometimes
it's a journey.
All right, I'm just saying. Right. Just know you have no job.
All right.
Get out. No wonder they pissed off.
Yeah, hey, you know, it's one of those days. All right, I'm gonna take you out with a story here that I actually on a not a good note. It's not a good note. They've had 3 climbers go up to Mount Everest, reach the top, and die on their way down. 2 others are missing from, of course, the crew. Is it true? It's not harder going up. It's harder coming down because you're withstanding all the elements going up, but you still have to withstand it coming down.
Well,
so what is it harder? I don't know.
When I spent a bunch of time watching, reading, and looking at accounts of Mount Everest, you know, the biggest thing about coming down, Vic, is that you spend all that time and energy going up.
Yes.
So the point about coming down is that you've already had this tremendous wear and tear on the going up. So now you are coming down and you have, at least no matter what, some degree.
Right.
A physical injury or something, you know, it's like you got something hurt, something cold, something weak.
Yep.
So now you got to navigate treacherous.
Yeah.
And it's felt that even the first great explorers of this is when they died.
Yeah.
Was actually on the descent.
Right.
They made it too.
Right.
You know, I think the famed one, I'm blocking on his name right now, broke his leg.
Yeah.
Coming down.
Yep.
Which is a fatal injury on the side of Mount Everest.
They go through that, what they call the cold sickness, the whole sickness where your body is breaking down, and that's what's getting me. That's why I was asking you the question. I said, man, what would be harder, running a race in the desert, going to like Challenger deepest part of the ocean, or basically climbing Mount Everest? I'm finding that that is I'm not
And
sure.
you'll find me doing none of these.
Wait a minute.
Add to that list Naked and Afraid, Survivor, all that shit. I'm not doing none of that shit. Because I'm not trying to die in the wilderness.
What can I say?
I just say I admire y'all can get out there in the wilderness, eat worms and
Why?
little bugs, snails, and critters, all that shit, stinky, boo-boo, out of it, wipe your ass with leaves for months. I admire all of that. But I ain't doing none of that.
But if
I don't think you are either.
Wait a minute, you know what?
You may want to try. You want to go out there on the Survivor?
You know what? No, I don't. But you know what?
It's the
Are you talking
eating
about
the
naked?
worms.
So is it easier to eat those bugs
Why you? I'm not trying to compare
versus
eating bugs with having termites up my ass. I'm just wondering.
You know what?
How you going to compare?
My new Sportz is out, dude.
You're going to say I'm going to compare. You have me to compare Mount Everest freezing myself with running a race through Death Valley.
I got you.
I don't even want to ponder any of that shit.
But, I'm not going to even go. I'll do that for next week, you guys. There's called the reality. You have no choices. Your mama's been kidnapped. You got to do one of them. No, I'm done. New Sportz, I'm out, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Victor Allen's New Sportz, written and directed by the bald-headed black man, the one that the lady has nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Get him! Go and rub his head, make a wish. New Sportz, gird your loins in an orange jock. Remember that jock itch can be treated. Ultraman Cream will do you right. Use some on your feet. That's the way we say here at Paxtale TV. That's the way to do it. You ladies too, gird your loins. Yeah!